Всем привет, вы находитесь на игровом канале Свежий с пирожками, меня зовут Андрей. И мы поиграем «Назад в будущее» от Telltale.
All right, I'm ready.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines Mall. It's Saturday morning, October 20th.
И субтитры включили, и дальше все как идет.
26th, 1985, 1:18 a.m. And this is temporal experiment number 1. Come on, Einie. Hey, boy, get in there. That a boy. In you go. Get down. Get your seatbelt on. That's it.
Whoa. Okay.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch. Got it?
Right, check, Doc.
Good. Have a good trip, Einstein. Watch your head.
You got that thing hooked up to the car?
Watch this.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Not me. The car. The car. If my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. Watch this, watch this. What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour! The temporal displacement occurred at exactly 1:20 a.m. and 0 seconds!
Hot Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Doc. You disintegrated Einstein.
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything. The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they? You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler. I sent him into the future. 1 minute into the future, to be exact. And at precisely 1:21 a.m. and 0 seconds, we shall catch up with him and the time machine.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Самый важный вопрос.
Out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're going to build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style? Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal. Look out!
И здесь она должна появиться. Спойлер.
Doc?
Huh, that's peculiar.
Where's the car, Doc?
It should have caught up with us 27 seconds ago.
Doc, what happened to Einstein?
No need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuit. Marty, could you get my notebook? It should be in the toolbox.
Вот и геймплей подъехал. Возьмите дневник Дока. Так, управляем мы стрелочками на клавиатуре. Хотя можно геймпадом. И я даже могу его прямо сейчас подключить. Видите, как красиво стилизован Марти, Док. Чё-то нет. Давайте все-таки играть с клавомыши, так приятнее, да? Так. Как-то убрать ящик с инструментами, запчасти.
What's in the box?
Don't touch that! It's plutonium!
Plutonium?
How do you think I generated 1.21 gigawatts of power?
С помощью молнии. Чё мне, да?
Notebook. Got it. Flux capacitor?
That's it!
What the heck's a flux capacitor?
My latest invention. The thing that makes time travel possible. In this notebook, I've detailed the nearly 3 decades of scientific breakthroughs necessary to build a working time machine. If it ever fell into the wrong hands, the consequences could be catastrophic. Let's see. Is Mass equals I times Z, and E equals the square root of Z times C squared, and the flux dispersal rate is inversely proportional to the fourth root of N.
Doc, something's way off here.
Собственно, видимо, это альтернативная версия. Будущее. И тема она интересна.
Doc?
Торговый центр «Две сосны». Одна сосна.
Great Scott!
Doc, what is it?
I've made a horrible mistake!
Doc! No!
I'm sorry, Marty.
Doc, come back! Doc!
Собственно, вот так вот. Не играйте со временем.
Doc!
Или высыпайтесь.
Marty, is everything okay?
Все во имя науки. Чудеса науки.
Yeah, Mom, it was just a nightmare. I was in the past, and Doc was there.
А, нет, смотрите, это просто сон.
Well, you're safe and sound now. Back in good old 1986. But you'd better get up. Your father's waiting for you.
Huh?
Weren't you going to meet him over at Doc's?
Holy crap, I'm late!
За будущее. Игра. Или 3 части за будущее, это посмотрите обязательно, потому что, возможно, без этого вы не поймете сюжет этой игры. Эпизод 1. Время пришло. Видимо, Док остепенился, по идее, в 3 части. Вроде как. Поэтому, если вы не смотрели фильмы, то лучше не спойлерите себе. Потому что дальше будет, возможно, много спойлеров. Чайник в аквариуме. Офигенно. А, здесь все люди, которые были причастны к этой работе. Они молодцы, это правда. Распродажа. 14 мая 1986 год.
Dad, are we too late to stop the sale?
Better late than never. You wouldn't believe how much rare stuff there is back here.
That's Doc's stuff. The city has no right
Now,
to.
son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone for months, and the city really seems hell-bent on using his land for that new parking garage. And, hey, is that a first edition Jules Verne?
It's just not fair. But at least things can't get any worse.
Хотя бы не...
Hey, Marty!
Hi, Biff.
Come to see if the old crackpot had any buried treasure?
Nah, I guess I'm just
Эйнштейн.
remembering.
Он скучает. Собственно, кто не знал, в 3 части за будущее Док нашел свою любимую и нарожал детей, Жюль и Верна, и поехал путешествовать, короче. А хата его в 1986 году осталась, и ее хотят распродать и построить здесь парковку. Нынче популярное дело. Так, смотрите, убедитесь, что ничего опасного из вещей Дока не валяется вокруг. Как это убрать? Вот эти вот подсказки, вот прям
I wonder why
сильно-сильно.
Doc didn't take any of these with him.
Ага, тут есть советы, они, в принципе, помогают. Я не смотрю, я закрыл глаза. Вот только вижу выход, закрыли. Так, отлично. Что, кто это? Кто здесь есть? Модель городской площади.
Doc built this model of downtown Hill Valley way back in 1955. The clock tower in the courthouse even works. What the? Is that Doc's notebook in there?
Hey, that looks just like the courthouse. You gotta hand it to the old coot. He was good with his hands.
Biff, can I see that a minute?
This would look great in my fish tank. Give the old carp something new to nibble on.
Come on, I saw it first.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I picked it up first.
Give it here, Biff.
Well, well,
Oops.
look at what we have here. Looks like plans for something. What's a flux catheter?
It's none of your business. Doc asked me to...
Brown's worm food, kid. But this looks like it might be worth something. Ha!
Собственно, наша первая задача — забрать у Бифа дневник доктора.
Hey, let me try, Marty.
Now, Biff, let Marty have his turn.
You got it, Mr. McFly.
Да пусть играет, блин, я бы забрал. Так, текущий сюжет, окей. Научное оборудование.
Hope that wasn't poison gas or
Научная
anything.
штука. Так.
Feels like that was a lifetime ago. Actually, I guess it was.
Так. Так, идем сюда. Или что, посмотрим?
Seems kind of empty without the courthouse.
Да, это правда. Так, Биф. Видите, какая у него компания классная. Так, Биф, отдай коробку.
Hey, Biff.
Это дневник напоминает мне о Доке.
I only want that notebook
Почему
because, well, I'm sentimental. It's like a piece of Doc.
Doc's dead. Time to get over it and move on.
Так, дневник
I
опасен.
just can't let you keep that notebook. It's dangerous.
What, is it set to explode or something?
Ага.
Well, in a way.
I'll take my chances.
Бесполезен.
Just a notebook with Doc's scribblings. What did Doc ever accomplish?
Nothing.
Then it's worthless, right?
If it was really worthless, you wouldn't want it so bad.
Опять. Ну...
That notebook wouldn't mean anything to you. You wouldn't even understand what's in it.
You calling me ignorant?
Я куплю этот дневник у тебя.
I'll pay you for it.
How much? Not enough.
I just can't let you keep that notebook. It's dangerous.
What, is it set to explode or
В
something?
общем, я так понял... О, игра на паузу ставится на пробел.
Well,
А это
in a
эскейп.
way.
I'll take my chances.
Собственно, с ним договориться не получается, поэтому... шарахнем
Never mind.
его по башке чем-нибудь. Я думаю, это решит проблему. О, я знаю. Стуканем на него. Или не стуканем. Или стуканем все-таки. Не понял. О-о-о.
Let's make some noise.
Видимо, ее все-таки починили с того момента, когда ее сломали. Можно гитару.
Hey, Dad, why's my guitar got a price tag on it?
Sorry, son. Must have been an overzealous clerk. Just pick it up. I'll iron things out with the bank.
Так, воткнуть гитару. Так, медиатор, да, нужно?
Here's an oldie, but a goodie. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look, it's Chuck Butthead. Let me show you how it's done.
Now, Biff,
Да, пусть играет.
I think that's Marty's guitar.
Oh, gosh, you're right, Mr. McFly. Here you go, Marty. Let's hear a few licks.
И... Так, отлично.
Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
Дневник-то выпал, нет? Нет, не выпал. О, усилитель.
Now that is a dangerous amp.
Понял. Дальше.
Now that is a dangerous ant.
Тихо, мы поняли. Так, закройся. Инвентарь. Типа изучили. Аквариум.
A fish tank? I never knew Doc raised fish. Doc's fish had weird taste in decor. I kind of like Doc. Jennifer'd like that. She's into old stuff.
Hey, let me...
Now, Biff, leave Marty alone. This is a very emotional time for him.
Oh, sure. Sorry, Marty.
Так, надо, короче, отвлечь этого чувака. Давайте Бифа накормим. Так, уйти можно, нет?
I miss Einstein.
Понял, все скучают по Эйнштейну. Так, миска, банка с тушенкой, да, нужна? Так, вот, надо Джорджа отвлечь чем-нибудь.
Hey, Dad. Who's running the sale anyway?
Oh, that'd be me, son.
You? Why?
Well, once it became apparent that the bank was going through with the sale, I volunteered to oversee it in order to make sure that Doc's stuff would be treated with a modicum of respect. Isn't that right, Biff?
You got it, Mr. McFly.
I'm telling you, this sale is a joke. Doc's only been gone for a few months, and I happen to know.
Yes, you've told us he's not dead. He's on a trip. Let's say you're right. Have you considered that this trip may not have been entirely voluntary? I hate to say it, but Doc's run up some pretty sizable debts around town. Maybe he's just hiding from his creditors.
You got Doc wrong. Sure, maybe he's not so good with money. That's just because his mind's always on bigger things. But he's still a straight-up guy. He'd never run away from his problems.
Well, you know him better than I do, son, but the bank is within its rights to sell off his stuff. Maybe you should try to find some things to remember him by before Biff grabs them all.
Собственно, странно, да, что молодой парень дружит с старым доком, доктором, ученым. Так, ладно. Так.
About Biff, Dad, I know you're trying to help.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle him.
So can I.
I guess you can. Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way.
Все, мы решили
You
проблему.
know where to find me.
Насчет так, я видел сон.
Do you think dreams can predict the future?
Well, you know I don't go in for that mystical stuff, but I do think they can reflect how you're feeling about the future.
That notebook is Doc's legacy. I've got an obligation to protect it.
Now, hold on a minute. Didn't you just get done telling me Doc's still around? Off traveling somewhere?
Yeah?
Придирается к словам.
Then how is it your obligation to protect his legacy? You can't have it both ways, Marty. If Doc's alive, he can protect his own legacy.
Так, понятно, все,
I'll keep
неинтересно.
looking around. Thanks, Dad.
Теперь нам нужно понять, как убить, как собрать у Бифа дневник. Так, музыкальный автомат, да?
Wait, I got one.
Копирайт. Так. Эй, Биф, поиграй, Биф.
I better not crank it up anymore. I really don't want to blow this thing out again. And now, something your kids are really gonna like.
Thanks for warming them up for me, butthead.
Не трогай, нормально. Так, хорошо.
Now watch me blow the lid off this joint.
Whatever you say.
Медиатор есть даже, смотри. Блеснет, нет?
Rock on, Biff.
Oh, shit.
Doc, where are you?
И этим заинтересовался только один Марти. А вот машина времени. Спойлерить эта штука, как ее убрать. Так, Делориан.
Einstein! Where do you come from, boy? Didn't you bring Doc with you?
Так, мы видим здесь туфлю.
Okay, Doc, I know I haven't seen you in a few months, but I'm pretty sure this isn't your shoe.
Все меняется, Марти, все меняется. Так, карман диктофон.
Marty? Marty, if you're hearing this recording, then the DeLorean's automatic retrieval feature is a resounding success.
Automatic retrieval?
In case of my failure to return to the DeLorean within an allotted time, I programmed the time machine to jump to these four-dimensional coordinates without me. As you are well aware, time travel is an inherently risky activity, and despite my elaborate precautions, there's always a possibility that I could land in trouble sometime. And that sometime is now, or then, or maybe later.
He's in trouble.
Marty, you come to my rescue in the past, or was it the future? Anyway, I'm relying on you to do it again. Please take the DeLorean back, or forward, to whatever it is I'm stuck in time. When you get there, I'm sure you'll figure out what to do.
That's it? Aren't you gonna tell me when that is?
Just go to the date specified on the time circuit readout under the heading marked Last Time Departed. Good luck.
Right, last time departed. Oh, jeez. Come on. Crap! Oh, great. How am I supposed to find him now? Looks like the time circuits still work. Now I only need to know when to look for Doc.
Давай посмотрим на туфли. Приборной доске ударь. Ай. Так. Куда ты вышел, Марти? Ты чё?
This time-traveling shoe is my only clue to finding Doc. This notebook has all of Doc's plans for the flux capacitor and the DeLorean. I'd better make sure it never falls into the wrong hands. And by wrong hands, I mostly mean Biff. I keep this picture of my dad to remind me that even the most hopeless losers can grow up to be pretty cool guys.
Marty?
Ah!
Marty?
Ah!
Забавно. Так, садимся. Погоди. Я походу понял. Эй, блядь. Извиняюсь. Так.
I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc.
Ладно. Эйнштейн. Ты же собака, правильно? Помоги мне с одной вещью. Найди. Блин, куда ты, Делориан? Какая Делориан? Эйнштейн.
What do you know about this shoe, Einie? Great Scott! I think he's onto something.
Так, это... Ну, понятно, своим ходом, как обычно. Конечно,
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. How's this supposed to lead me to Doc, Einie?
Так, что мы здесь видим? Ничего мы здесь не видим, видим только звонок. Давайте позвоним кому-нибудь.
Step away from the door! Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on!
Just as I suspected. Hooligans! Get along now!
Hooligans. Я не хулиган, Эйнштейн привел меня сюда. Кто вы? У меня для вас кое-что есть.
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see. A shoe? Wow, now what would I want with a... Huh? Stay there!
Изи. Изи-пизи. Не, ну что вы хотите? Нормально.
Leave that creature outside!
Sorry, Einstein.
Прикольно нарисована собака.
Well, took you long enough.
Классное кресло.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So neat and orderly. Yeah, I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up. Have a seat, Sonny. Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes! Don't touch those! My newspapers are in pristine condition and meticulously organized. Not about to let some street punk get jam all over them.
Интересно, где она спит? На эту штуку не складывается, конечно. Так, что мы можем здесь потрогать? Радиатор, почему
Man,
нет?
she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle.
Да.
I'll be right back with some tea. And don't touch anything.
Быстрее, 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 быстрее.
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture.
Ты чё, чувак? Ищи нужную газету.
Brown Mansion destroyed. 1962. No, that's not where Doc's stranded. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least. Oh, the candy looks older than I am.
Кошачья миска, котов нет, да? Ага, где-то есть.
Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
Man, these are powerful. I could see Biff going into the video store.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe the filth that boy watches. Yeah, he's nothing but an out-of-control hedonist, just like his father.
If there's a clue to finding Doc out there, I'm not seeing it. I don't even know where to start looking.
Фотография.
Was that Vice Principal Strickland?
Mother never could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
Marshall Strickland.
My grandfather, gunned down by Mad Dog Tannen over 100 years ago.
That's not how I remember it. Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that?
Nothing.
А где кошка или кот? Ладно, давайте поговорим с ней. С Эдной.
Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that
Видит
tree!
покой города.
Yes?
Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Huh. Aye, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
But
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
a speakeasy in Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
Угу.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square. Right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
Что значит эти
What's
газеты?
with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out. Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. Yeah, I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on lower things. Is that? Tip-Tannen! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
Все,
Don't let
поговорим.
me keep you from your business.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground!
Поверьте, это она еще милашка. У вас там чайник закипел.
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Быстрее, быстрее.
Firm announces plans for Lone Pine Mall, Peabody Ranch to be rezoned for commercial development. All right, Einstein brought me this shoe. And Miss Strickland lost the shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down. But when did the speakeasy burn down? I at least need to know the year.
Давайте просто посмотрим, что он еще скажет.
Clint Eastwood plunges to death on runaway train. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Да все, поняли.
Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
В общем, так я
Go
могу
ahead,
позвать сюда.
dear.
Видеопрокат. Биф. Книжка с... Как это называется, кто помнит?
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
Вспомнили? Кассета.
Excuse me, Miss Strickland? So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
Following year, as I recall.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. Yeah, I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
Ну, очевидно же, да?
The candy looks older than I am.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Ms. Pretty Whiskers is very particular about who handles her food.
Все-таки это кошка. Смена кадра.
Miss Strickland lost that shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down, and I know that was sometime in 1932. But I've got to get more specific than that if I'm gonna find Doc. Miss Strickland, about your tea. You forgot to turn on the...
You! It's spelled with a U! You illiterate vandal!
Miss Strickland lost that shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down, and I know that was sometime in 1932. But I've got to get more specific than that if I'm gonna find Doc.
Так, надеюсь, все запомнили, да?
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Шарим. Поесть надо. Нет. Туфли.
Miss Strickland lost that shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down, and I know that was sometime in 1932. But I've got to get more specific than that if I'm gonna find Doc.
Давай же, ну уже.
The polite guest stays out of the host's kitchen, Mr. McFly.
Страшно.
Yeah, that's peculiar. The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Mind if I take a look?
Go ahead, dear.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Ладно, если сейчас можем выйти на улицу, мы выйдем на улицу и спросим у хозяина магазина. Возможно, он помнит.
I'm not leaving until I find Doc somewhere in those newspapers.
Ну вы поняли. Мы отсюда не уйдем.
I told you not to touch those.
Ладно, ладно, хорошо, у вас там чайник.
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Встретил раз за приломом.
Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that, dear?
Nothing. Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy. Singer vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain.
Тоже спойлер.
Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
Хана ему.
My newspapers!
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
No! You've gotten my history out of order! Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh, get out! Get out! Get out! Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Marty!
Мистер Фьюжн.
Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
Для Хэллоуина это рабочая одежда, это костюм для школьного спектакля.
Didn't I tell you? I got the lead in the school play. We're doing...
Grapes of Wrath?
Right.
Oh, Steinbeck! Who are you playing? Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone. You ready to go, Einstein? Time circuits, on. Flux capacitor, fluxy. Okay, if Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
На его месте я бы взял, конечно, мусора на запас. Фил Вэлли. Ну вот мы и в прошлом.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
Young man! Excuse me, young man!
Who, me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man-in-the-street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley needs more upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets, no doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Ask him where I can get the address.
Ah, I see! Because you want to blast it to smithereens, just like Carl Sagan did. With public-spirited citizens like you around, the lawless element will be on the run in no time. Mr. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's... Harry Callahan.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Callahan. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
I know. I met you back. I mean, I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc. I gotta find Doc.
Собственно, давайте закончим эту серию. Я думаю, она получилась довольно-таки продолжительной. Хоть немного. Собственно, мы вот сделали все, что могли. Машина прибыла на автопилоте с Эйнштейном. Мы нашли дату, когда нам спасать доктора. Вот. Мы сюда приехали, да. Теперь нам нужно найти Дока и спасти его. Это будет в следующих сериях. Надеюсь, вам понравилось. Ставьте свои комментарии. Вот. Спасибо, что смотрели. Всем пока.